hockey fans, welcome to Hashmans Hockey Hat-trick. I'm Brian, and it's Friday, January 19th, 2024, and as always, it's a great day for hockey. Well, there's 4 games taking place tonight on the frozen tundra of the NHL, and for my first pick, I'm looking at the 7th in the Central Division, Minnesota Wild. They travel down to the Sunshine State to face off against the 2nd in the Atlantic Division's Florida Panthers tonight. This game is a 7 p.m. Eastern Time puck drop, and it takes place at Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise, Florida. This game is the second and final regular season meeting between these two teams. The Wild shut out the Panthers in the first meeting 2-0 in Minnesota all the way back on October 12th. For the Wild, this game is the first game of a 3-game road trip. They last played on Monday night back at home in St. Paul. They shut out the Islanders 5-0. While the Cats here, they're on their 5th and final game of a 5-game homestand, and they're on a 3-game losing skid after winning 9 games in a row. I like the Panthers to get back on their horse in this contest tonight. They have a much better record in their last 10 games. They're 7-2-1, while the Minnesota Wild are just 2-7-1 in their last 10 games played. Also, goal differential for the season, Florida Panthers plus 24 goal differential, while the Minnesota Wild are still in the red. They're at a negative 18 goal differential for the season. So for my first pick, I like the Florida Panthers on the money line at home tonight versus the visiting Minnesota Wild. For my second pick in tonight's action, I'm looking at the 3rd place in the Atlantic Division's Detroit Red Wings. They're traveling to the Tar Heel State to take on the 3rd place in the Metropolitan's Division Carolina Hurricanes tonight. This game is a 7 p.m. Eastern Time puck drop, and it takes place at PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina. This game is the second of 3 regular season meetings between these two teams, and the Hurricanes won the first meeting 2-1 in overtime back on December 14th. The Red Wings are here currently on a 3-game winning streak, and they last played Wednesday night in Florida. They defeated the Panthers 3-2 in overtime. They're now 4-0-1 in their last 5 games played. While the Hurricanes, they're 3-1-1 in their last 5 games played. And they're here on their 5th game of a 6-game homestand. The Hurricanes last played at home on Monday night, and they lost to the Kings 5-2. Both teams here tonight, 7-2-1 records in their last 10 games played. So they're very evenly matched. I think being evenly matched, this gives the edge to the Detroit Red Wings in this contest tonight. And I think the Detroit Red Wings are going to be able to keep this game close. Maybe they'll pull an upset like they did defeating the Florida Panthers on Wednesday night. So for my second pick, I like the Detroit Red Wings on the puck line on the road tonight at the Carolina Hurricanes. For my third pick in tonight's action, I'm looking at the 6th place in the Metro Division's New York Islanders. They're traveling to the Windy City to face off against the 8th place in the Central Division's Chicago Blackhawks tonight. This game's an 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time puck drop, and it's taking place at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. This game is the first of 2 regular season meetings between these two teams, and to me it just seems like the Blackhawks without Connor Bedard are just not scoring as many goals as they were when they were with him in their lineup. So I'm simply leaning on the under here for total goals scored in this contest tonight. The Islanders' last 3 games played all resulted in the under for total goals scored, while all 4 of the last games played by the Chicago Blackhawks resulted in the under for total goals scored. So for my third pick, I like under 6.5. That's the alternate total. Under 6.5 total goals scored in the New York Islanders at the Chicago Blackhawks tonight. Before I get into my Hashmans Hockey Hat-trick recap, I just wanted to point out that the jersey I'm wearing in this video is of the Pensacola Ice Pilots of the East Coast Hockey League. My friend Greg Pankowitz played 2 seasons for the Pensacola Ice Pilots, and he loved it there. But look up the stats for Greg Pankowitz. I met him during the 92 season, I believe it was. He was with the Ottawa Senators, and he played for the New Haven Senators. But he started out in the East Coast League with the Knoxville Cherokees, I believe it was. Then came to New Haven. He did play 3 games with the Ottawa Senators in 93, 94. And then he went on to play for the Prince Edward Island Senators in the AHL. Then he played for the Portland Pirates in the AHL. He played a season with the Chicago Wolves. He played 2 seasons with the Manitoba Moose. He played a season with the St. John Flames. He played a season with the Kentucky Thoroughblades. Then he played 18 games with the Calgary Flames. 98-99 it was, 18 games. Then he played 2 seasons in the IHL with the Houston Aeros when I went to the All-Star game to visit him in the year 2000. And then he went on to play for the Pensacola Ice Pilots 2 seasons, and then 6 seasons all the way up to 08-09 for the Colorado Eagles, where he was a captain. And then after he retired, I believe he coached there, assistant coach for 4 seasons. But check him out. Check out his stats on the hockey database. He scored a lot of goals in his minor league career, and he liked to fight. He racked up a lot of penalty minutes. A great guy. Again, Drayton Valley, Alberta native, Greg Pankowitz. Hopefully, all the best to him and his family. Hopefully, he's doing well. I haven't spoken to him in quite some time. So to get on with my Hashmans Hockey Hat-trick of 3 picks in tonight's action, my first pick, I like the Florida Panthers on the money line at home versus the visiting Minnesota Wild. For my second pick, I like the Detroit Red Wings on the puck line on the road at the Carolina Hurricanes. And my third pick, I like under 6.5 total goals scored. That's the alternate for total goals scored in the New York Islanders at the Chicago Blackhawks tonight. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget, if you like my video, if you like my picks, slash that like button down below with your hockey stick. Subscribe to my channel. Please share your comments in the comment section below, because I'd like to know what your picks are in tonight's action, and I'd like to know truly what you think of mine. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Good luck with your picks tonight. Let's all win big.